Welcome back. Tokyo Bronx ACG celebrates everything related to anime, comics, gaming, and cosplay from Tokyo to the Bronx. They aim to create a multicultural community that encourages creativity, connection, and collaboration through the arts and entertainment. Founder and operator Rosa Vasquez and creative director Shawn Hill now join me to discuss. Thank you both so much for
Hey,
joining me.
Thank you for having
thanks for
us.
having us. Appreciate
Now, what inspired the creation of Tokyo Bronx ACG? First, I want to say that I've never heard of something like this, so it sounds like really new and exciting. So, what inspired the creation of this?
So it starts, I have to go back in time. So it starts back in 2019. It feels like forever ago. So I had my ACG social mixers, and those were creating small, intimate, theme-based events in local areas throughout the city, in the tri-state area, because when I went to a friend of mine to Brooklyn Comic Con, which was a much bigger convention, one of the things they mentioned was that, oh, we don't have this in our local area, the Bronx per se, and it'd be nice to have a starting point. So me liking, I like to collaborate with communities just from my background. It was one of those things that I told myself, okay, I love anime, comics, and games. Why not bring people together, get to know each other, not just fans, but also creatives as well. So it started with that, and I met Shawn through one of my social mixer events. We did three
Yeah.
small social mixer events throughout the city. And then I collaborated with Ed Muzon. He's the founder of Tokyo Bronx. We decided to become mash together, fuse together, become an affiliate brand. So now we're known as Tokyo Bronx ACG, which we bring cross-cultural collaborations and social mixers, sponsorship promotions, about all those things.
That's amazing. And can you talk a little bit more about how you got involved and, what actually sparked your interest in this?
Yeah, I just showed up. That's all I did. I didn't really do much. Well, I saw where it was going, and it was very interesting to me as well. I've been a fan of anime, and I do art, illustration, stuff like that. So as a creative, I just love the vision of where it was going, especially just the expansion. And if you look at it, if you pay attention to Japanese culture, they're influenced by us, and we're so influenced by them as well. So that back and forth, playing around, I just felt like it was the right direction to go into.
Now, how do you collaborate with local fans in a way that builds community?
Well, we try to do events and also inform the community of what's going on around them. It's very interesting how a lot of people don't know what's going on. Like there's a big sign saying something going on, and they're like, "Well, I didn't know that was there." So we just try to inform them as much as possible, and also we try to go and see what they're doing as well. So during the pandemic, when we started in 2019, and then the pandemic hit, we kind of had to figure it out from there. We kind of did interviews with people building up these kind of things in the community. We attend events. We did Comic-Con. We did different community events besides that. And then we kind of, during that duration of time, we explored outside. We went to Jersey, Philly, different places. So we're just trying to see where, and you'll be surprised how many people from the Bronx are in these locations as well. So some people are like, oh my God, you're here in Philly, I'm from the Bronx. And that's how we do it. Just bring back that feeling of community and sense of people.
Now, what I think is so interesting and so important is that we see a lot of organizations and clubs kind of like celebrate anime, comics, but whenever there's things that involve culture, sometimes people can do it, maybe not knowingly, but they don't necessarily celebrate the culture,
Yeah.
and they'll probably just take, from it. But I understand that your organization, kind of makes it a point to celebrate the culture. Can you talk a little bit more about why that was important to you and how you actually do that?
Yeah, we thought it was very important to know that, through our influences of our own culture from where we grew up, that does blend into a world culture. Sometimes we forget that we are a global society, we are global citizens, and we do influence each other one way or another. So understanding that, anime goes as far back as forever ago, but it still has those influences. And I think not just myself, but also Ed, the founder, and Shawn as well, we, from our experiences and our hobbies and likes of it, and also our creativity, we realized that we could mix that with our own stories, our own cultures as well, and what different things we bring from growing up in the Bronx, from our own heritage, and how we mix that into our love for Japanese
Culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And and also I think a lot of people are unaware that the Japanese culture kind of loves what the Bronx and New York City has to bring. So you'll see them do a lot of b-boy hip hop stuff. they'll come and like take that influence and take it back to Japan. There's so many subcultures of what we do here that is over there as well, and we just try to find that common ground and build upon that as well. And then not only that, like I'm not sure if you're familiar, like the Bronx also has talent that goes over there and creates as well. Like I believe the artist is called Shawn Thompson, and he's from the South Bronx, and he helped create like a couple of anime recently, Cannon Busters and Yusuke, that just recently came out on Netflix. So you'll be surprised how much like influence is there as well too, and comes around.
And you know what I really love about this is that I think that oftentimes people just have this conception about the Bronx that maybe we only like one type of thing. You know, I think this really kind of shows that like the Bronx is multifaceted and that people love and kind of honor so many different areas of the world right here in the Bronx. Now, with that being said, like I want to kind of touch on the fact that your organization was also recognized by the Japan Society and the Japan Consulate of New York, which is pretty amazing because I think that only further proves that like these communities appreciate what you're doing. Can you talk a little bit more about that experience?
Yeah, I think it was a great opportunity, and it's also one of those things that if you take the risk and you put yourself out there, to do some good things, the universe will bring it back to you. That's my belief. And being able to recognize and see that, there was a Japan parade happening. Now it's 3 years, and 3 years ago, I saw this was something that started small and they wanted to recognize Japanese culture in New York City. So I was like, oh, this is interesting because we're doing Japanese urban culture in the Bronx. So pitching it to them, they were really interested in our opportunity, gave us the opportunity to do something like that. And just being able to participate in this parade has been amazing. The organizers for the Japan Day Parade, the Japan Society organizers have been, giving us many blessings to let people know like what we do.
Yeah, it's been great cardio, just walking up on the parade, just going to see what's going on. And also it opens up our horizons. Last year we were behind the Genshin, right?
Yes.
We had a geisha, not Genshin.
The geisha.
Genshin is geisha, there we go. Genshin is a different thing.
That's what happens when you merge anime comic games together.
That happens. We were behind the geisha, so we just like didn't know the tradition behind that. But it was a beautiful experience. And then also just the music, the community culture, the representatives, it was a really great experience.
Yeah, and they bring a lot of other people we met as well. Like Richard was a part of that as well. So, be able, many other artists and creatives were part of this opportunity. So it was great to see that.
Yeah. And we see was in there too, right?
Yes.
Now, what I think is really cool is that whenever we talk about, comics, anime, luckily we're in a time where we kind of associate it with like adulthood or maybe, being a teenager. But there is something for young fans out there that you offer after school programs. Can you talk a little bit more about those after school programs and how you kind of include the youth in our community in these like really cool, amazing opportunities?
Yeah, sure. So we have a after-school program called the Creation Station. It's been going on a couple of years. It's mainly been a component of Comic-Con, but now we're kind of bringing it to community over in the South Bronx. So what it is basically teaching young people how to create their own characters, come up with their own, world, develop it. And it only starts with the character, one simple like that. But we just want people to come and check it out, explore, be able to express themselves, and also, again, see somebody that looks like them and create that as well. That helps more with that culture and also bring their influences into it. Because not only, the Japanese culture is involved, or, some kids like to draw the anime style or the American comic book style, all is welcome there. So you just come and you explore and enjoy yourself. That's the whole thing, especially for the young folks.
And why is it just so important that we have organizations and opportunities like this in the Bronx?
I think it's very important to highlight, spotlight, like, we talked about the subcultures that Japan brings the influence over there. I think it's important to know that we have those same influences over here as well, and that we're very diverse. And, like you said, like sometimes some people put us in a box or gatekeep and stuff, but I feel if people come to realize that there are so many creative opportunities, and even creation starts here as well, it's to know that we are blending that in with Japanese culture. I think it's such a great impact.
Yeah, I mean, like last year was the 50th anniversary of hip hop, And that's a big deal, which is a global, expansive genre, right? Everybody has their own version of hip hop in every country, especially Japan. And we've been influenced by that as well. I think one of the biggest hip hop producers was Najibis. Yeah. So we are influenced by that as well, and that helps a lot.
Now, what are TBX Saturdays?
So TBX Saturdays is a spin of my social mixer series I created a few years ago. So it's just about bringing those back, just give it a nice catchy name, TBX Saturdays, because TBX is short for Tokyo Bronx. And we're doing daytime events and workshops and nighttime events and workshops. So the daytime events are run by Mr. Shawn Hill here. He's going to be doing anime and comic workshops for those who are interested in learning how to draw, and more than that, after you can explain more about the daytime workshops.
So my workshops is just for people who want to get back into art.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you, what is it? You forget how to draw. You already know to draw. You just forget, and maybe you want to improve your skills. And also understanding your value as an artist. I realize a lot of young folks today don't understand that as well. They think like, I just create and somebody pays me, but understanding the value and how to sell yourself and present yourself is a totally different art as well. So maybe that's something I want to do as well in the workshop and help people get there and find out for themselves as well.
And then the nighttime events are, again, it's the social mix-up aspect of it. But we like to do theme-based events. So a lot of our different nighttime events have different themes to them. Like we have what's called the ACG Lounge. So that is in collaboration with the Bronx Gaming Network and Kage Creative Agency. So we just have people come and chill, relax, play video games, sing some karaoke, get to meet each other, whether they're fans or creatives. It's building that community in the local area. And others we have coming down the line is tabletop gaming, card game nights. We also have anime film watch. It's a lot of different things we have going on.
Do anime murder mystery night?
Oh yes, we're gonna do. We're gonna do an anime murder mystery night, and we're gonna do
a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, we like to dabble in people's interests because it brings people together, and if people hear a social mixer alone, it's sometimes some people get a little nervous about it,
right.
But if we bring it interests and spin it.
The whole thing is just to get people to share their interests. Sometimes people have their little what was the term again? Their little secret habit they like to do again. So we just want to bring it to we don't want you to share it with everybody, but we'll accept it. We want you to come and bring it to us. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, I think this is amazing. I love to see this kind of stuff happening in the Bronx because I definitely think, we have this creativity here within us. And I just love to see this type of stuff out here in the Bronx. So I want to thank you both so much for joining us and kind of sharing your community with, with the world and with everybody watching. So thank you so much for that.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
We're excited, yeah.
To learn more about the events that Tokyo Bronx ACG will be hosting, or to learn more about them in general, please follow them on social media at Tokyo Bronx ACG. We have to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Open right after this.